That's just my take on it for what it's worth.
Right, one of the things on the double dippers is if you institute the program and you say, look, if your employer pays 50% or better, then you have to go on that program. And with the state employees, they have to make a decision come October. They have 10 days. So what you could institute is a simple fact that, hey, come January, you need to be off our program and back, excuse me, back on your employer's program. And that will, like Randy says, pull off that $75,000 per double dipper onto us. And the reason they've come to you is because you're the low water. And they'll always do that. But that's a big thing that's been allowed to go on. And when you get down to incentives, I think the incentive is they have a job and you're paying, I guess, 100% of the employee cost. Is that right? Not more, no more?
No.
Okay. That everybody ought to pay a little because that allows everybody to be in the hunt. And there's, like I say, there's fluff there that can be taken out, and it wouldn't, yes, you're going to get kickback. Anytime you decide to take something away, you're going to get kickback. But it's got to be done sooner or later, and the sooner you do it, the better off everybody's going to be. And nobody that you're going to do that to is going to get hurt, except they're not going to have that extra $139 a month to play with. That's the other option. And you've got some great disparity between those that are married and those that are single.
Well, it seems like from what Randy said, we're moving in the direction in which the type of thing you're talking about. And so I don't know that any movement up to change what we've done right now, but I certainly do thank you for coming.
I think at some time, Mary, you're going to have somebody like me, whether it's me or somebody else, that's in your corner that will say, okay, insurance companies, this is what we want, and go out and get it. That's in your corner, not in their corner. And until the dog starts wagging the tail rather than the tail wagging the dog, you're going to be behind this ball year after year after year. And they may not like it like we did at the plant board, but it took us 3 years for them to even pay anything. And then when we brought all those people off, yes, there were some people that got up in my face, and pretty loudly. But when they realized that we were trying to save the plan for 752 people and not 35 people, it did make a difference, and everybody understood. And I think everybody would understand here. They may not like it, but they're going to understand. They want to save the plan for everybody. You've got to do something. And of course, you don't know also after 2014 what the federal government's going to do. You got to be prepared for that. But I just think you need somebody in your corner. I am a life health consultant. I have done that since 1986. And when I saw the flaws in your plan, I started back in April. I wrote, talked to everybody. Started back in April, and here it is, right up against, and there's still nothing done again. So it just seems to perpetuate it. They just keep pushing it back.
Well, thank you very much.
But I think you need to do something.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, is there other citizen comments? No, okay. Let's move on down to the city's manager reports and staff comments.
Well, Randy's already given his report, I think. You want to tell us about what you have planned?
Just a little bit more, and you guys probably have seen the email. I'm meeting, we're having 20 sessions that started at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon and ran through Thursday night. And we're trying to meet with every employee and going through the health plan options and trying to give them insight into how the different plans work and make sure they make the best choices that they can make for them and their families, and that they understand their insurance. So it's been an enlightening 6 sessions so far, and I guess I've got 14 to go, and what's left of me at the end will come back and report at that time. But we're it's going fine.
Thank you. Do you you want Jeff to report, or you want to wait till we have the big discussion, or about trash?
He reading from the discussion part parameters.
On the solid waste, or you want him to wait, or want to talk about that?
I have no particular. Whatever you want to do.
What's the preference?
Well, I guess it's if the department heads want to listen to it or not.
Oh, that's
Because
right, that's right. Well, let's save it then. Then we can dismiss the other department heads. I'm sorry. Okay.
I just have a quick update. We had
Sure.
Home Street opened up last week. We're continuing working on sidewalks on the side streets, and we're gonna repave the side streets, but all the pipe has been in place and inspected, and so, no.
In
They're
place,
currently,
but not inspected.
working
We don't
on
have, we
inspection.
don't have as-built yet.
so, but as far as the work is, it's inspection of the pipes and building, the sidewalks on the side streets, and we'll finish up repaving that area and be out of there hopefully in a couple weeks, 2 weeks. But the main line of Home Street's open to traffic.
Very good.
Almost feel like you should have had balloons for that or something.
Ribbon cutting.
Yeah, we should have. Mr. Mueller,
I don't have that report for you.
Mr. Scaff? Dawson, good. Welcome back, Jolson. Jolson's back from the Philippines. Good to have him back.
I still have jet lag.
Yeah. Do you have anything to report today?
Bill and I were thinking of adding to the agenda about that elevation side.
You got to leave tomorrow.
We'll just talk to Ramona about
Thank you, Jim.
everything's good.
Yeah.
Chief? Same.
Brief thing. Okay. I have one short message, I guess. We had met with the plant board, and while Jolson was on vacation, they came and came up with a plan to record our sessions, all the sessions of the commission, at very little expense to the commission. And what they would do is use the existing equipment and train our staff to record our work sessions, and then we would archive those and have them available on the website. So that way citizens could watch those at their convenience or whenever they would like to access those. And like I say, they met with Ramona and I about that, and they're going to come back Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and we're going to meet with Jolson and talk about training his staff to do that in the future.
We theoretically already do that with audio recordings, and I and nobody else I'm aware of has been able to actually access them from outside of the city system. As in, for any computer that I try to access audio recordings on, I get the same error message, which is that the server on our end, the server on the city's end, doesn't respond.
What we need, I think, is to replace the server that will host the like a client, because right now it's a file base, and the way Charlene did it is he just deposited the audio file, and then you just have to right click and then save as to do it, because if you click it you have to have a client in your computer to do it. So what we need is a built-in client itself on the server, so that when you click it, it will play there rather than from your desktop. I think it will solve the problem you have.
When it comes to our videos going to experience that same dynamic.
What do you mean, like video?
Well, because if we're videotaping everything and making the videos available online, there's really no need to continue archiving pure audio. So I think the audio is going to be a moot point pretty soon, hopefully.
Well, to fix the problem, just like what I said before, we have to have a new server that will video stream it, because it's almost the same thing as when you video stream a video. It has to be done on the server side.
Sure.
And so we have no choice but to have that new server in place to host that archive, to make it work.
Wouldn't it be cheaper and easier with video to just take advantage of YouTube's free government accounts?
We could do that too, just like
And then we don't even have to
Drupal.
host them. Sure.
Yeah. I'll open an account in YouTube so that we can put the video there. And we will design it so that it will look like our website too.
I mean, that would be my preference just because it's so easy to embed those videos elsewhere, so it makes them, and virtually anybody can play those videos.
Okay.
Pretty easy to distribute
That's a
them.
good idea. I'll open an account in YouTube so that we can put our audio or video there.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's great. Next thing on the agenda is old business. Yeah, Commissioner, do you have something?
I just want to make sure that we got props for the 911 dispatch for being best of Frankfurt. So congrats on that, and also Lisa Agee's band was a winner, I believe. So, and also with old business, Jeff, were you able to find out anything about the dirt on Old Lawrenceburg Road? If that could somewhat maybe,
It came off the hillside
that's just sitting there
about,
on
well,
Old Lawrenceburg Road, boat ramp. That maybe if that dirt could be open to the public, it would disappear a lot quicker.
I did not get with the state highway department. I will follow up with the state highway department,
Might
but
be an easy way to clean it up.
it's on state property as I
Right.
understand it, and that's where they're stockpiling it temporarily. Giving away on your property, there's probably a liability issue that we probably would be a concern from the state end of allowing people to, they loaded their trucks or their pickups for free dirt. But I will follow up and get back with you on what our options are.
There was an email from the Transportation Department indicating that they're waiting to get something from the finance cabinet. And otherwise they needed it to dry out a little more, and they were going to be moving it around there where it's at,
Oh,
and not planning on moving it entirely off the site. That was an email that I can forward to Fred if you like, but I thought there were several people on the list. And I didn't pay attention to all that, but I did read what it said.
okay, well, good.
I noticed as I come to work that way every morning, I noticed that it seems to be that they're spreading it, either that or they've removed some of it because the
There's a swath
height of it is
missing.
quite lower and it looks flat. And I didn't know if they were allowed to do that in floodplain, but maybe they are since they're state government.
Yeah, I did ask the Division of Water to contact this transportation folks and finance because I haven't heard anything on that side of the house.
Good.
But that where the
At least there's something being
the
done.
very top flat level is the dividing line, and once it drops off, they can't go further back, but they could probably pile up where it's at. But the plan said they wanted to smooth it out, basically leave it where it's at.
Okay.
Once it dried more.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Now down to old business. I didn't want to get an old business bring up. Commissioner Wilder.